Hello, I'm Leslie Fightmaster for Poppy and Seed, and today's class is a class for inflammation in the body. Sometimes we might eat something that doesn't agree with us. Sometimes we might have some sort of illness that causes inflammation. And generally, the biggest cause of inflammation has to do with stress. So if we can lower the stress levels in our body, our inflammation levels will also lower. So this is going to be sort of a gentle class so that hopefully we can get rid of some of that inflammation by reducing our stress. So I have my pillows, as you can see, and I will encourage you to go and get some pillows, blankets, things that will help you be very, very comfortable. If you don't have them handy, then just push pause and go and grab some. So the first pose that we'll do is called Viparita Karani, otherwise known as legs up the wall. And one of my old teachers used to call this pose the yogi's 5 o'clock happy hour pose. So instead of going out and having a drink to relieve the stress, we put our legs up the wall. So it's really easy to do. I'm going to have a pillow handy because it's nice to rest my head on it. That's optional. Start by putting your right hip up against the wall, so right up against it, and then you'll lean back. As you lean back, your legs are going to go up, your head will go back. So leaning back, legs up, head back. And then if you're away from the wall, you can scoot your hips in a little bit closer. Otherwise, if your hips don't want to be up closer, that's fine too. Sometimes if you have tightness in your hamstrings, your knees might not want to straighten all the way, and that's okay. Maybe your hips won't come all the way to the wall, and that's fine too. The important part about this pose is to be comfortable. So once you get into a comfortable position, just close your eyes and start to take your focus to your breath. Just breathing in and out through the nose. And as you're settling into your breath practice, take a moment to scan your whole body. Check for any tension, especially check in the hips, in the shoulders, and the upper back. Check in the jaw, and then the forehead. And if you find any tension, just imagine the breath can go right there and just whisk it away. And allow your body to completely relax. Our yoga practice is so important because for many reasons, but one reason is we get more in touch with our body. That way, if we find that something doesn't feel quite right, we're able to find it sooner than if we weren't very in touch with the body. So we'll stay here for a few more rounds of breath. And then from here, take the soles of your feet together and let your knees open up to the sides, and we'll stay here for a few breaths, just stretching the inner thighs and the outer hips. If that's too intense, you can stay with your legs right up the wall. So the legs up the wall pose or this position as well with the feet together, the legs are still up the wall, signals the body that it's okay to relax. It elicits the relaxation response, and a lot of times when I come into this pose, or some of the other ones we're doing today, my stomach starts to make a lot of noise because it's digesting. The body knows that it's okay to relax a little bit and do some digestion. And that's very important for our bodies. And then we'll take the hands to the outsides of the knees and draw the knees together. And hug the knees in toward the chest. And then roll yourself off to your right side. And with your left hand, make your way up. And then we're going to come right into a supported child's pose. So with that pillow, and you can even use more than one pillow if you like. I'm going to bring the pillows close. Take your knees a little bit wide, almost as wide as the mat, as long as that's comfortable on your hips. And then we'll come forward. And let's start with the left ear down. And with the left ear down, you can just let your head relax. Rest your head on the pillows, rest your head on your hands, whatever's more comfortable. And then come back into your nice, long, steady breath. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths or so. And then we'll bring the other ear down. So the right ear down, or the left ear if you had your right ear down, just for a few more breaths. And bring your head back to center and come on up. And now we'll take a little twist. And this is a restorative twist. So bring your pillows next to your left hip. So right alongside. And then bend your right knee. And it doesn't have to be severely bent back. Just bend it. It can bend back a little bit. This left leg is also maybe going to bend if you want it to. Bring your hands on either side of the pillow. Take an inhale and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, come forward, right onto your belly. And then you can have your left ear down, or if you turn and put your right ear down, that will give you a bigger stretch in your neck. So belly down. You can also just have your chin down. That's fine too. So we'll be here for a few long rounds of breath in this twist. So make it comfortable. Both knees can bend, or you can keep your left leg straight if that's better for you. And then slide the hands underneath the shoulders And press on up. Extend the legs out. Pick up your pillows and take them off to the right side of your hip. And then we'll bend the left knee back. The right leg can stay straight or it might want to bend. Bring your hands on either side of your pillows. Scoot over this way a little. Hands on either side of the pillows. Lengthen as you inhale. Turn your belly toward the pillows and then exhale to come down. And again, you can have your chin, your right ear down or your left ear down. If the left ear is down, it's going to be more intense. And we'll just stay again for several breaths. So just close your eyes and allow yourself to relax. If the twist seems a little too intense, add another pillow or another blanket, and that'll make it feel a little less intense. We just really want you to be able to sink in and relax. And slide your hands under your shoulders and slowly make your way up. And then we'll take the legs wide for Upavista Konasana. Bring the hands behind you and sit up nice and tall. And then we'll have our pillows in front so that we can rest on the pillows. So inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, come forward. Any amount, build up as many pillows as you need to in order to be comfortable. We want you to be very, very comfortable. You can rest one ear down or the other. Just make sure if you rest one ear down that you switch sides in about 30 seconds or so. Or have the forehead rest down. You can also rest on your hands. If you have one ear down, switch it to the other side. And slowly make your way back up. And we'll come onto our backs. Have your pillows handy so you'll be able to find them if you want to use them. And take your feet hips distance apart. Outer edges of your feet are parallel. So lift up into a nice gentle bridge. And then see if you can hold on to your hips so you're supporting yourself. Or if you have a yoga block, you can put it here. I don't have one right now, so I'm just going to hold on to my hips and stay here for a few breaths. Just to stretch out the front of the body and give myself a little back bend. Let's take 3 breaths. Again, we want it to be relaxing, so if it's not, just come out of it. And release. Hug the knees into the chest. And we'll set up for a comfortable Shavasana. So I'm going to take one pillow and put it under my head. And then I'm going to take another pillow and put it under my knees. If I had one of those bolsters rolled up, I'd put that under my knees, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to use this pillow instead. And then allow the feet to flop open, arms by your sides, your palms faced up. Close your eyes and just relax for about a minute or so. Come into natural breathing. Let your whole body sink right into the floor. And take a slightly deeper breath in. Start to make movements in your fingers, your toes, your hands and your feet. Inhale, arms overhead and stretch through the arms and the legs. And then bend the knees. Roll to the right. And then with your left hand, make your way up to seated. Let your head come up last. And sit in a comfortable position with the shins crossed, hands together. And I honor you for taking your practice today. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste. And thank you again. I am Leslie Fightmaster for Poppy and Seed. And go to fightmasteryoga.com for some more information about me if you like. Thank you. Bye-bye.